Hi Libras, welcome to your October 2017 readings. I've been MIA. I apologize, you guys. Saturn's in my sign. It's like the end of it, where it's been ridiculous. I've had to make some changes. I did, in life, you gotta make things work for you, right? When you can't control the circumstances around you, So I now have to look for a job where it's longer hours, but 4 days a week, so I have extra time to have studies and do this. So there's going to be like a restart here, you guys, and you have to be patient with me, right? I've basically it's been like if you've seen that clip of the Trolls, Poppy. There's the song "Get Back Up Again." This is basically me there. It was just ridiculous. So I'm going to try to cover home and work. I actually got a cold too. Right, it's coming on where lots of green tea. So homework and relationships come in all forms. Keep that in mind, you guys, okay? Because I deal with like an overall, and I do energies. So I don't necessarily get the interpretation of the actual meaning of the card. The cards for me are a tool so I can hone in on the vibration, which is picking up the energy. It sounds weird. It's just, it is weird, and it's just the way it works, where I gave up trying to understand it a long time ago, which is hard for a Sag with the Sag Mercury, because Mercury Sag is the Eight of Wands. They also call that Cupid's arrows, but it's a fast-moving energy, and it's a lot of different thoughts at once. There we go. Energies just got broke up. Okay, you guys. The first card you have is the Nine of Wands. So relationships come in the form of partners, which is like coworkers, family members, siblings, friends. So keep that in mind, okay? You have the Sun card. You have the Four of Pentacles. You have the King of Pentacles. He did show up reverse, you guys. I don't deal with reversals. There is one deck I have that I will read the reversals in that one. The energy I'm picking up, I'm getting with that King of Pentacles, it's like a family member around you, or for each of you, it'll be different. So it could be a boss that you have. For some of you, it's a boss. For others of you, it's like a family member that's causing issues in your relationship. So it could be like an in-law, and their say has a big influence in your relationship somehow. Okay, and if you realize that you need to cut that, all right, like and at work there could be somebody like spreading rumors. You gotta watch gossip, like so if anybody's coming up to you guys, Libra, and they're talking smack about other people, okay, well then those people are visually showing you who they are, okay? So if they're doing that with other people, any information, anything you say, they'll twist that and they'll use it against you, okay? This is also saying watch what you say to your boss or a superior. You might have some people that are jealous of you at work, Libra. Go figure, right? Libras, you guys are fabulous. There's nothing you can do about it. You're always going to have haters, all right? Like, do a hair flip. Smile and nod. Sages, they use the kill them with kindness method. And a lot of people think Sages can be a-holes. And that's because if you dislike a Sagittarius, they will just smile at you, like, because it doesn't faze them. They really don't care, right? Like, a Sag knows it's their own life. And Libras, you guys got to take on that energy here where You just got to shine like the fabulous Libra you are and do a hair flip. That's a Leo move. Do a hair flip and smile at them. That's what you got to do. All right? You have the Sun card here. You see that? All right? So just shine. Do you, Libra. Right? People are you have some people, for you ladies, you might have other ladies that are jealous of you. And even you men, right? Like Libras, you might have some people that hate, and it could be due to what you do for a living, and you might be moving up or becoming more successful, and so this is causing problems. But you don't have to worry about it, Libra. Okay. All right, do what I said. All right, kill them with kindness, smile. Right, killing them with kindness is actually like the method of you're doing something so right that it feels wrong. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't feel like you should be able to make people mad at you for being nice, but it actually, and you understand what I'm saying, Libras? Do a hair flip. You have the Seven of Cups. You have the Five of Cups. You have the Queen of Pentacles. You have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles was in reverse. Uh, the Queen of Pentacles is my avatar card. So that's because if you see, she looks like the avatar. She's blue, right? And she's got that long hair. And in the movie The Avatar, her hair uh, connects into the ground, right? Which like earth signs. For you Libras that have earth energies in your chart, you're disconnected from, you're not grounded, is what it's saying. You're disconnected from the earth. So if we, like, so it's like, your need to succeed is prohibiting you. It's like you're it's like, okay, you need to come from a grounded reasoning. Like, you need to understand things from a more practical standpoint, it's saying. You need to be more patient, and not so, like, you're in your energy right now. And by the way, Libras, I felt so bad. I realized before I was going to do Gemini's reading, and then I was like, oh, it's Libra season. Like, it's their birthdays. Happy birthday, Libras. And that's kind of mean that I didn't put out your reading first, where I apologize for that, Libras, and I should know better. I really should. All right. Uh, Happy birthday to all you Libras out there. Watch that things don't get out of hand at your birthday and things are said that aren't meant, from drinking too much or partying too much, okay? There's a chance that that could happen. And also watch getting off balance here with your emotions. That's coming through here. You need to be more grounded and practical about things. So it's like, okay, Libras, like what I was saying about myself, okay, if you're having financial problems, you can't control the outside circumstances, things coming at you, but you can control how you handle it. And in my situation, like, besides everything else that happened, time is of the essence. You know what I mean? You don't get more time and you don't get time back, right? So you got to be wise about how you use that. So for me, getting a job where, yes, I'm going to have longer hours for 4 days, 12-hour long days at work, but I have that extra day off, right? So I'll have 3 days off instead of having 5 days. And even if I have to do overtime, I can still do overtime and still have 2 days off. You know what I mean? Like, you got to make things work for you here. Okay. There's always another way. So it's like you need to somehow, your priorities you need to get practical and grounded, changing those priorities, because you might have a Libra, you're doing that you're doing a wishy-washy thing here, Libras. I didn't want to say that, but you Libras know you do it, okay? You know you do it, and you're doing it here. I don't like, and it's, you might have a lot of options, and it's like, okay, you need to get grounded. Then it's saying you need to go outdoors, hiking, maybe go camping if you guys can do that. Uh, you're definitely not, okay, you're either, your emotions are off because you're not in tune with them. You need to ground them. You need to figure out what's causing them to trigger. You have a trigger here. Oh, the next card is the Nine of Swords. And then you have the Four of Swords. Okay, I don't know what's going on at home. Some of you guys could be like, it's your emotions here. The basis of what I'm getting at your reading, it's your emotions are getting you off balance. Work is worrying you because of all the options you have. In Libras, I get a lot of movement with you guys. Um, More so with the masculine energy than I do with the female energy. The masculine energy, I feel like with Libras that I pick up majority of the time in the readings is energy that's moving. So it's like real estate comes up, or it's like locations. You're always on different locations a lot of the time I get with male Libras. Sometimes I get it with the females too. You have a lot of options. Okay, so it's like contemplation here you're going to be doing. And it's like Libras, you have to make adjustments to make things work for you. You know, like that's what's strongly coming through here. Priorities. Okay, at home, it seems like the energy you're taking on is like well, there's this like, I feel like for some Libras, there's drinking that's going on due to dissatisfaction at home, and that's just making the situation worse. So it's like the not expressing the feelings, okay? But I'm getting for another set of Libras, you're dissatisfied because um your spouse can be going through some great sadness. Like, because I'm getting this like great sadness where, holy shit, I'm gonna start crying, people. This is oh, there's like some sort of loss that's caused it, and it's like you're feeling it on behalf of them, right? Like, so that's kind of sweet. That's endearing. It's getting you off balance though, and you're trying to be strong for your partner, and it's like, but that's making you off balance. Okay, so what you need to understand is that it's okay for you to feel as well as your partner. Okay, like, I feel like Libra, you're trying to take the strong stance, right? Like, so there's this energy of, even for you female Libras, that I'm getting that you're trying to take on a very masculine energy. Um, like nothing phases you, all right? Like you're not feeling anything, or you know, like it doesn't bother you, and it's what okay, that's becoming an issue. You need to, when you're alone, express that to yourself and really come to terms that, yeah, some of that stuff bothers you. And then you need to figure out why that stuff bothers you. And then, like I was saying in the beginning, Libra, you need to understand that, you know, it's some of the problems is not a you problem. other people's problems. You guys are fabulous, you know, like, so you need to realize that they're coming from a lower animal nature, right? Like, and in lower animal nature, people want to bring you down to their level because you're a threat to them. And what do you do to a threat? You try to get rid of a threat. All right. So Libras, you got to see yourself as better than them. Well, it's not that you're better than them, or you kind of got to feel bad for these people because they don't know any better. Okay, the cards are warning you not to stoop to any level of these people because you're aware of it, right? And the way karma kind of works, like, I'm not a fan of talking about karma. Karma comes in good and bad, right? People have a misconception about karma. Maybe one day uh, we'll talk about that. But like, the way karma kind of works is on the level of awareness, which is why a lot of the time people think that it's unfair when karma is being, it's like, how come this didn't happen to them? It's because it's done on a level of awareness. If you're more aware than a person, right, then you're the one who's going to, who kind of has the burden on you of being wiser and doing the right thing. And it's not the right thing, it's the correct thing. Okay, Virgos know this. You have strong earth energy here, right? There's a difference between the right thing and the correct thing. Okay, the right thing, sure, would be right. All right, it's the there's a lot of rights there. It's the easy way out. The correct thing is much more complicated, and it's a longer process, right? Because there's no shortcuts in the longer process. Doing it the correct way, there are no shortcuts, right? Like, it takes longer. It's not as rewarding. You do get a lot of, you know, if you're doing things correctly throughout your life, Libras, you're not seeing instant gratification from it. It takes longer to get the gratification. So, but it's also people. You got to understand that everything you did has value. All right. Like, if you're doing things the correct way, then yes, it's going to take longer. Yes, it's going to suck. Yes, you're going to have more people hating you, and more people against you, because the correct thing is not to fold under pressure or to fold to what other people want you to do, right? You might lose a job because you're doing things the correct way, staying true to yourself, or you might lose a relationship because you're staying true to yourself, right? That takes strength and that takes courage to do that. And it's longer to to get that stability. It takes longer to get that firm foundation, but when you get that foundation isn't built like people who build things in the right way. The right way, there's still cracks in the foundation. The correct way, though, your foundation is built on sturdy, unbreakable. It's like, an earthquake could come and that foundation would stand that. Like, it's a firm foundation that can't be broken because you did things correctly. There was no shortcuts. It took longer. Does that make sense? I think I hope that makes sense for you guys. I want you guys to be confident in who you are and not question it, Libras. Okay, so you really need to rest here. Okay, these cards are based on mythology, more the Thor and Odin days. Okay, in this card, there's the energy I get with it is like magic. Okay, you can create magic when you rest, when you contemplate. Right? Like, in my scenario with work, I really had to contemplate that, right? Like, had to see things from a different angle. What can I do to make, because I can't control the outside circumstances, but I can control how I react to it. So there's always a solution. So what can you do here? Um, at home, if you're dissatisfied and it's because of other people uh, interfering, then what you can do is talk to your spouse about it and explain to them that, okay, we need to sit down here and really understand that we're the ones that matter. It's not their lives, and we really need to, when something comes up with the family, we really need to discuss it together and decide as a team what's going to happen, and not allow outside sources to interfere with it. Okay. For those of you Libras uh, that are supporting your wife, I feel like that's what's the problem at home. for others of you, and it's not a problem. It's just, it's a cycle you're going through, all right? And it's because of, I feel like there's been sadness. Yeah, there's been sadness, a loss of some sort, and it's just uh, a cycle. Like I feel like you're supporting her and she's supporting somebody else. So it's like I'm saying, it's a cycle here of like it's a chain reaction of energy being give, like because she's given her energy to whatever this loss is, you're lending your energy to her so she can continue doing that. That's what I'm kind of getting, which sounds weird, but that's what I'm getting. Um, but if you're dissatisfied at home, Libra, and you need to move, then that's a decision that you're going to have to come to terms with and make, right? There's changes that need to happen here, and I feel like it's emotional. You need to express it, but you also need to understand where it's coming from first before you express it. And the cards are saying to watch your drinking, to get in tune with earth, because you're not grounded, you're not in tuned with earth, which means relaxing. Libras, a lot of this could be Libras, you're working too hard and you need time to actually relax for yourself, to meditate, to sit there and contemplate, to go out and have a little fun. But it's talking about clean fun, like hiking, um, going to a batting cage, having a friendly sports game with your friends, or game night, or there's some. I wouldn't recommend game night though. If I'm saying game night, I mean like outdoor games, like having an outside pickup soccer game, or hockey on the street or something. You need to be outside and you need to be having fun, good, clean fun, grounded fun. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm getting here. That will clear your mind, Libra. Okay, and if you have a lot of choices, then don't rush it. You need time to ground it. Okay, because if you move too quickly, then that's going to off balance things. Okay, and I feel like any problems at work was like what we talked about in the beginning. You might have some haters. Do a hair flip, smile, kill them with kindness, Libra. Continue being your fabulous self and never doubt that. All right, I will talk to you guys later. Ciao for now. Namaste.